watching hours and hours of YouTube videos every day can really make it so it's hard to pay full attention to what we're watching. But with crosstalking, that interactivity, that ability to really actually communicate with another person, to look them in the eyes, can reduce drastically our anxiety and our boredom and make input come to us in a supernatural and abundant way. And crosstalking is great because we don't have to worry about actually speaking the language we're learning. That can be super anxiety inducing. And if not anxiety inducing, it can just feel like mental strain. All of us who speak another language know that listening to content can feel very relaxing and you can just kind of have fun, especially at the higher levels. It's not super, anxiety inducing. It's usually enjoyable. But actually having to produce the language, we can get tired. We can have to pull up vocabulary words that we don't really remember super well. Passively, if we heard them, yeah, we know what they mean. But actually being able to produce them on the spot, it's taxing. And if we're cross-talking, we don't really have to worry about actually pulling from our mental bank of vocabulary. We don't have to worry about constructing sentences. And we get to kind of just have a natural, normal conversation with our speaking partner. If you imagine that we actually did have to speak the language we were learning, you could imagine the conversation could probably feel more rigid, less natural, and more constrained, because obviously it's harder to speak the language we're learning than the language we've spoken our entire lives. And when both people have that privilege of just being able to speak normally to each other, it opens everybody up and everybody has a much better time. Nobody feels like I'm making mistakes, or, I can hear myself making errors, or, I wanted to say it that way, but I couldn't really figure out how to say it that way. All of that is gone. And personally, as someone who does crosstalk a decent amount, it is just a way more natural and flowing conversation. And it's way more enjoyable than having to speak the language you're learning.